So, why are we even in here?
Let's talk about the music club.
Music club. I don't know what to talk about the music club because they're new here.
Would you join the music club?
And think about it.
I think about it too. But probably not. They probably won't want to have me here.
Breezy is a terrible musician.
Terrible. The violin lasted for a year though. In third grade.
Sounds like yeah, would have been pretty
and
bad.
The piano lasted for a year as well in fourth grade.
Wow, you just don't stick to anything.
Nope. Wow. No, I stick to stuff, just not music. It was a mutual disconnect between me and music. Music didn't like me and I didn't like
So
music.
Breezy broke up with her violin, and then she got together with her piano, and then she broke up with it too.
The piano was just a rebound.
So you just have relationship issues.
I do. Commitment issues, trust issues, traumatized by you.
Wow. So let's go figure out what this new music club is about, because it sounds...
Maybe they'd be happy to have you. So why don't we go find some information out for you?
Maybe, yeah. I'm very musically talented. Not really.
You're not wordily talented either. But let's go. Maybe music's your thing. Let's go.
Maybe it is. Maybe it is.
Maybe, but probably not. But we'll go find out.
Let's go find out about the music club.
Hi, I'm Elizabeth Palisano here with Mrs. Malcasian talking about the Music District. So what exactly is the Music District?
The Music District is a new music club. We just started it. We've only had one meeting so far. And it's a club that it involves music, like we said. It's going to involve a lot of different things as it evolves. Performances, listening, talking about it, appreciation, maybe traveling to see some performances and things like that.
Now, can all types of people interested in music join? Like, is it just vocalists or instrumentalists?
It's a good question. It could be anybody. It could be instrumentalists. It could be singers. It could be people that don't do anything and aren't sure but like to listen to music and have an interest and maybe want to perform but never really knew of a good venue to do so. It's also for people who play something outside of school but aren't in one of the ensembles like orchestra, band, or choir. For example, if they play drum set or if they play electric guitar or electric bass and they aren't in an ensemble, it's also a good way, a good thing for them to do too, because we're going to try to put performing groups together based on who the members and who we get to come out.
Okay, cool. So how would a person go about joining this club?
So far, I have a sign-up sheet which is still posted. It's down in the music wing. And right outside my room, which is 139, there's a pillar, and I have a sign-up sheet on it. So I need your name and your homeroom so we can contact you. And so far, that's what we have so far. Just, come down and see me. I'm also in room 138 next door in guitar. So the best thing is to see me and then sign up on the actual sign-up sheet, and then I have some forms I could give out too.
Okay. And are you guys going to have a performance?
Yeah, our hope is that at least by the end of the year that we do at least one performance showcasing our members of the club. And like I said, because we're going to have people performing and making different groups, we're hoping to have either bands or duos or singers, a lot of performance groups, and we're actually thinking also about making it sort of a fundraiser. So purchasing tickets for the concert, but all that money for the tickets will go back towards the club or the school or the music department, so something like that.
Would the performances be at the school?
We haven't gotten that far yet. I would like to, because then we would get the student body. We'd also like to do community performances, nursing homes, churches, maybe things like that. But I'm hoping to also keep it at least some in the high school.
Mm-hmm. And I know you're the sponsor of this club, but are there any students in charge?
There are 2 students. We have 2 co-presidents, and they were the creators of the club. They had the idea. So their names are Kayla Hallman and Melissa Lamb, both freshmen, and they're the co-presidents, like I said. So in addition to seeing me, people can go see them also if they know them, if they're interested or have questions.
Now I know this is the first year you guys are doing this. Do you have any goals in mind for where you want the club to go?
Yeah, our biggest goal is sort of what I said before with the fundraiser concert. I would like to do at least one concert at the end of the year showcasing, like I said, the members, and doing a fundraiser type concert. One of the things we actually talked about in the first meeting was doing maybe giving to some type of charity, either a music charity or non-music that goes towards different things that would affect a high school, or different charities that a teenager might benefit from. the other thought was to maybe put some money back into the music department. But our biggest goal is to do a lot of performances, to really get to the community, to do some in the high school, and then to hopefully also go and travel and go see some shows, whether it's, you know, acoustic guitar or singing or classical music. Where our hope is to go out and perform and see performances too.
Do you think these would be during or after school?
I'm thinking that they'll probably after school. And that's, again, something we haven't talked about yet, is maybe asking the principals if we could do something like a talent show, which would be during school so the student body could attend. The performances we would attend, I'm assuming, would be, you know, outside the school day after or on a Saturday, you know, a meeting up with the club here at the high school maybe and carpooling somewhere. So.
Now, I know you're a musician. What instrument do you play?
My main is violin. But I'm the orchestra teacher, so I also play viola, cello, bass, teach guitar, so I play guitar as well. But violin's my strongest, I would say.
And what sparked your interest in music?
Well, really, when I was in third grade, and they used to start instruments in third grade, string instruments anyway, and they did the assembly, you know, where they bring everything and they kind of play and give you a demo and stuff. And I had Mr. Lasky, and a lot of people in the district did too, and he was part of that demo and was playing, and I just thought it looked really cool, and I kind of remember seeing it and going, I can do that. So I just went home and signed up for the bass, actually, and I think my mom didn't want to haul it around, so I ended up getting violin. I was too shy to change it, so that's what it stuck with.
So why would you say music is important?
I think it's important for a lot of things, and a lot of people say sometimes, you know, if you read studies and things like that, they say it correlates with languages and math and it helps you in school, which is true. But I also think it's important because it teaches you a discipline. It teaches you to work as a team. It teaches you to show up on time and to dress appropriately for things. Musicians are always dressed up for something walking around, right? It teaches you to be, you know, dressed professionally for your concert. And the thought is hopefully that would carry over to something like a job interview or an audition or something like that. Plus, during the day, I think it's good to break up your day with something creative, you know. Math is very important, but it's not the most creative thing in the world. So sometimes it's good to break up that math and different subjects with something like music to keep your brain going and to keep it thinking and really to read another language.
Mm-hmm,
So
definitely.
it's a good stimulant for your brain.
And is there anything else you would like to add?
I think the only thing to say would be that we are a new club, but the sign-ups are still going on. It's not too late. And like I said, the sign-up sheet is outside of my room, 139, on the cinder block pillar there. Plenty of time to sign up. Melissa Lamb and Kayla Hallman are the co-presidents, so they're also good people to contact about any questions. And we're just hoping to get some performances going, start listening to some good music, maybe some world music. We haven't figured it out yet, but that's why we want people to come sign up and join, and we'll get their input too.
Okay, well, thanks for being here.
Thanks, Liz.
If you're interested in music, make sure you join the Music District. I'm Elizabeth Palisano here with Mrs. Malcasian. Now back to the Eagle's Eye.